minimize it in tax implications. Then make the decision that's right for you. We'll start this thing at 100 builders. Looking for 100. In 1636. Just comes with experience. Yep. We are farmers.
I'm Heath Hall. I work for a think tank on Capitol Hill. We've decided to take useless school girl spending and put our money to good use to create our new company, Pork Barrel Barbecue. Pork Barrel Barbecue is an all-American barbecue sauce and spice rub company, and we're hoping to bring our monumental flavor to the entire nation. Heath and I are both conservatives, and we've watched as Washington seems to be bailing everything out. And we wanted to prove if you had a good idea, you could still use the American flavor. Our all-American spice rub is great on meat, and even vegetables, which we think our liberal friends will appreciate. We're going to be smoking up some ribs and pulled pork. We're hoping the sharks really love our barbecue and our sauce and our rub. We think we'll salivate over the millions of dollars they can make with our company. I'm Brett Thompson, CEO of Pork Barrel Barbecue, and I'm Heath Hall, president of Pork Barrel Barbecue, a Washington, D.C. gourmet dry rub and barbecue sauce company. We're seeking an investment of $50,000 in exchange for a 10% stake in our company. A small price to pay, we think, to be partners with an American company that isn't owned or operated by the federal government. Heath and I want to make it
It's a little cold out there.
and make lots of money. In 6 short months, we've successfully developed, branded, and marketed our all-American spice rub and our pork grill.
Go from 60 to 20.
Which was recently voted one of the best barbecue sauces in the nation. Our
Did you rattle jangle that shot?
It ain't hard, brother.
You know, that was the number one problem I was having, is I couldn't make a ball in hand playing one pocket. I couldn't even shoot like this 4-ball. Like if I had a ball in hand, I couldn't even shoot these balls. You
Yeah.
know? That's how bad it got. I'd have to line them up off angle so I could get behind these balls. You know, and just throw it at the hole. But I always had to play 2 ways and this and that. Jameson finally straightened my stroke out a little bit. Figured out what I was doing wrong.
Who?
Jameson. Crazy fucker. You know who Jameson New is, don't you? Come on, you gotta know Jameson. As long as you've been around. He's a crazy motherfucker.
Good player.
Kind of. I mean, you know, like,
You guys are starting out with pretty
I don't know, like,
It tastes great, but it's completely unknown as far as I can tell.
Don't ring a bell.
Kevin Speed, maybe.
Kevin who?
Karen.
That's my speed. Me and Kevin's neck and neck. No, he's better right now, right?
Well, actually, Kevin broke even with Joe, so yeah, he's about a step ahead of you.
That's what I mean. They're playing 9-ball?
No, one pocket.
What?
Yeah, I don't get it. You know Ryan beat Kevin, don't you?
Yeah. I was surprised.
I was too. I know Ryan's got a high gear where he could beat anybody, but the reason he won is because Kevin lost, though. Ryan played good, but Kevin didn't play as good as he could play at all. You
I
know
got a
what I
lot
mean?
of respect for Kevin's game.
Oh, I do too. That's what I'm saying. Kevin didn't play as good as he could play. Like, this was the dumbest thing ever. Like, he did some really weird things, man. There's one game, he had 3 balls over in the rail, and he, like, fucking blasted him, man, because he said that was the only way it would go. I'm like, why wouldn't you just roll up on it? Like, Ryan needs all the balls. You need, like, 1 fucking ball. Like, why would you open up 3 balls down at the end rail?
Yeah.
Like, he just had some really weird shots. Like, Ryan almost thought he was dumping him. Like, we offered to play 100 or 200, you know, race a set for 100 or 2. You picked 200. Why would you do that if he was going to dump it?
I don't mean to doubt you
You know.
being a politician.
And then I said, And on top of all that, he never asked you to play for more. He never asked you when you could play again. And I said, and he's such good friends with your dad, why would he lay a dump down on you? Like, if anything, he would just want to beat you for the pride of beating you for the $100. You know what I mean?
Good friends with who?
With you. You and Kevin are good friends, are you?
We chose the best distributor on the East Coast from New York.
Am I wrong?
I told you before, I don't use that fucking word very often.
I do.
Believe me, he's not in that club.
No?
No. I know you do. You misuse it too much. I'm from a different school.
No, not me.
I value friendship pretty much.
I do too, man, but I mean, I figured you and Kevin were pretty good friends.
We're all right. I'm not saying that
Yeah.
at all.
You
You
just think,
probably wouldn't call me a good friend. I mean, it's all according to what your definition of friends is.
I just see it sinking
I don't know.
or swimming here on this distributor. The risk doesn't work. So I'm out.
Don't take me wrong, I don't mean it in any bad way.
See if we can make the market so it's good or not.
You're taking it above friends, you're taking it to a very good friend.
I mean, you guys have known each other so long and you do things together, I just assumed you were very good friends.
Evaluations, stuff like that.
I only got a couple of really good friends
Yeah?
that I can see right now.
Guys are politicians.
I like a lot of people.
Yeah.
A lot of people I like are fuck all the time. So,
Yeah, it happens to guys like us a lot.
what happens when you,
Getting up in the morning, nose to grindstone,
I don't know.
making rubs and sauce. It's very difficult. So you prove this thing, you stay the same.
I'm about ready not to play.
That reason I know.
I'm sitting here looking at Greg. And I have to tell you, I can't look at you without picturing you in a pin costume. And the mask. You're a very handsome man. I'm not saying that you look like a pig, I'm just saying.
That's what you were saying, Katie.
No, I'm saying adorable as a real life mascot.
I guess I'll take that as a compliment.
What is it with Joe? He didn't play anybody?
I'm actually interested in business.
I wouldn't say anybody.
What about the $50,000?
Yeah, he doesn't have a real,
What happens
I mean,
when the $50,000 runs out?
he doesn't have a real low
he
standard.
ain't looking for the nuts, that's for sure.
No, he never does.
That's what I like about him.
Yeah, he likes to play. Remember why I told you that first time when you came in here and offered the 7 ball? I told you, I said, this ain't a kid you can do that to, Terry.
I am.
I know.
Serious.
I know that now.
$50,000. 50% of the business.
You're gonna need a little spot. Hey, Terry, slow down, buddy. This ain't a kid you can do it to. Oh, okay, well, you can get the 7.
You tell me what I can do.
Very lucky I was asking for 51%.
Well,
Now you gotta want to spot you.
he does something.
Are you working on that?
I might need it.
Great.
I'm not convinced yet.
A great sense of
Although his game's liable to go up playing me.
Yeah.
The way we're playing,
Yeah.
a lot of people, I don't think, either I over-exaggerate the value of it, or other people just don't fucking know the value of it. I don't know which. I'm not saying that I absolutely know, I just tell you what I think. There's no better value, in my opinion, than doing what we're doing. All of a sudden, you just get where all this other shit goes out of the way because you went back and forth for so much. You're not even thinking about losing. You're comfortable because there's no proof that you're supposed to lose. There's proof that you've got a good game, and if you just stay and play, it'll go back and forth. I hope.
That's why I hardly ever quit anybody. That's why I just keep playing, because I feel like at some point in time it's gonna do what the game's supposed to do, you know?
Well, you got to have the right game.
Yeah.
You can't just do that.
Oh, yeah. That's,
You can't just
like
do
that's what I
that
did with
with
Mike
anybody.
Malter. Like I knew I was eventually gonna beat him, you know? But like Tom Thumb, I just know I can't beat him. You know?
You can't?
Hello, Shark.
I didn't know.
My name is Fluffy Boy. We're from Dallas, Texas. And our company is iLumi Solutions. We're
and spent hours today killing them.
Really?
Yep, they're all dead and gone.
Are they really?
Yep.
Wow, that's good.
You find one, you brought it in here, and you're paying for it to get rid of it. It must have followed you in, because there's none in here now.
Download the app and you get complete control over your life. It's about having the right life at the right time. So, Barbara, you're an early riser.
Yes, I am.
Imagine waking up, you have a sunrise, and you're a simulated sunrise that slowly eases you out of bed. Robert, got a busy day ahead. Get your phone, your keys, your wallet, you head outside, and your lights automatically turn off behind you. When you return, your lights greet you, welcoming you home. Devin, connect your idling game to your stock portfolio so you can know if you're in the red or the green. Always red. Warren, set the perfect candlelit atmosphere. And relax. Mark, represent your team and ours.
Huh?
Lighting it up blue and green.
Yeah, let me see just a few more now. Take a break.
Yeah. And after the Mavericks win, of course, let the celebration begin. Mary, Corey, how does it work? Do I plug something into my outlet and that controls all the lights? It is the light themselves. We have two sides of the light. All you need are the bulbs.
You can put the bulb into any light fixture that you have.
TV series, Wi-Fi, house, Bluetooth.
So where are you at with this market?
So we're at the final stages of development. Buffalo and I were actually classmates at UT Dallas. We're now right at the doorstep to manufacturing, which is why really we're here today. How much is each light?
Oh, shit.
For a 3-pack. $18 a light bulb. Correct.
Wow. How long does it last compared to a
I
normal
wouldn't have
light?
done that if I was gambling. I'd probably rolled up a shot or
From the
nothing.
consumer point of view, making that decision between $100
I just wanted to see if I
bulb
could
and
sort it.
$2.80 is going to be a very tough call.
What we've seen is that both consumers as well as commercial folks, when they're looking to get the most from their space, Illumient actually is a more cost-effective solution.
That's how I like starting the lighting system.
Exactly.
So tell me how many steps it takes to get the system working.
It takes essentially 2 steps. First,
Got it.
Go ahead, Joe. Another thing, Joey, just to, that when you got a sucker on the line, you gotta let him fucking win once in a while.
Haha.
That's the secret, Joe. Don't fucking just beat him every time. Fuck off 100.
If your intellectual property is yours, you don't really want to be in the light bulb building business.
Don't listen to him, Joe. You get a sucker on the line, you step on his throat.
Must be one like me.
company that we are manufacturing.
There's so many players in the lighting business that have massive.
I'm just kidding. Be nice.
If there was ever a licensing deal.
I'll do whatever happens, happens.
Just at the end of it, give him a little kiss and a pat on the ass, and he'll be happy.
Any flip for it?
We're even gonna have examples of when we do this. So our goal is to ship by the end of this year. So we're ready to start the tooling process right now. That's one of the reasons we're here. We're asking for the 360,000.
Check, check, check.
I only want to bet 10 games.
Oh, here we go again.
What can I do with that? This first game?
Yep.
On my
Yes.
lights with
Here we go again, folks.
Oh, you said you got it.
Right now.
I
He
can't.
won the coin toss.
Terry Hillsman, Fast Joey going at it again. 9-ball by the game.
That's another guy you want around.
Larry's won the first couple times.
Just to fucking hit him around.
Terry's gotten a little better as we've gone along, though.
5 games.
First night, no good.
Oh, you and me.
You said you want some action?
Yeah,
He's an action.
Let that fight.
Larry LaBarbera in here stirring it up a little bit.
Make sure I can do it.
Well, then just bet him. You don't know if you can do it.
That's real encouraging. I got 2 fucking pockets full of money. I got a guy over there just looking at that an extra 5.
I told that kid the other night.
I lost the second set, but I won the first set.
Quit.
Well,
Oh.
Yeah, I knew you told me you couldn't play for maybe 1 or 2
he
sets.
jacked the bet up.
We're going to have a little fun here tonight, folks. I can just feel it in my bones.
Terry looked like you're going to win that first set.
Feel it in my bones. No bueno. Look at Joe in that beautiful
Somebody saw me walk in
green
the door. You know
The
Ray from
Players
Oklahoma?
Club hoodie.
Ray from the track.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's watching.
Oh, Ray Menard,
You don't have a news last name.
the guy who lost a lot of weight.
No.
Okay, not him.
Yep, 9 foot Stevie table. These guys are playing some big table 9 ball. They've been this is their 3rd time playing now. And Joe, the guy shooting right now, has taken it down a couple times. The other player is TV Terry Hillsman, former owner of the Break Billiards over in Cahokia, Illinois. Put on quite a few like Midwest 9 ball tournaments. And then Larry the Barber's over here in the corner, former owner of the Sports Center and Ride the Rail. Digging Terry a little bit, having a little bit of fun.
I just asked you what about that game.
If they've been watching, they should.
That's what I
You'd
figured.
think so.
They might say 20.
No shit.
Well, Terry's been slowly getting in stroke. We'll see if he got all the way there yet or if he's still finding it. Got himself a good kick shot here. Boy, did he hit that ball well. I think he's got the 6 ball as a blocker also. I don't know if Joe can see a piece of this ball or not. He's kind of looking the way he can, but now he's putting the back of that stick up like he's got to do something.
I don't even know.
Huh?
Yeah, fuck him, I don't even know him. Say that shit like stealing. Got me fucking high.
That's what he said. You want to see it? He said Joe likes stealing.
Larry, you got somebody wanting to know what spot he can get in handball out here.
I'm on the DL for about 4 months.
Oh, yeah?
I said rotator.
Ray Cook wants to know what he can get.
Who is it?
Ray Cook?
Who?
Ray Cook.
Oh, that's his last name. That's Ray.
Yeah, Ray Menard's from Hillsboro, Terry.
On the stream just in case.
Ray Menard's from Hillsboro. He's the guy that used to work at Hillsboro Billiards.
Oh, that Ray.
Yeah, that's Ray.
Ray never worked there. Ray Cook?
Yeah, no, Ray Menard.
I don't know if this ball. I don't know.
Ray Menard's the one that worked at Hillsboro Billiards.
You went out?
Both mine.
Ray Menard worked at Hillsboro Billiards.
Oh,
Yeah.
Ray Cook's from Illinois. He's a racetrack guy. He saw me walk in. He goes, I asked if he wanted to bet 20. He goes, I'll bet on Joe. It's like stealing.
Little does he know, huh?
If you watched the last 3 or 4 times,
I did. All right, there's 5 balls out here, 7 balls in Never Never Land, as you heard me talk about before, if you've paid attention. We'll see if old TV Terry can figure out a way to get on it, though. He's got a chance at it, and see if he can put the stroke on it. I don't think that's going to get there. He's going to have a whirl. Just making this ball is going to be a chore. Got a touch fortunate where it landed. Joe's going to have equally as tough of a shot.
No, I don't know. Brendan ain't there.
another one. He got the nuts. No, I went to turn my phone off. I wish they wouldn't have seen me walk in.
Yeah, Joe not able to do anything to it. Returns it back to its original spot. Gave Terry almost well, out of the last 3 shots, I think this one might be a touch easier to make, but nowhere near as easy to get a shot on the 8. It's going to get tough. Wasn't able to drop it anyway. Now Joe actually can get a shot on the 8. He just got to put a nice stroke on this, and he's expected to make it. He wobbled it a bit, but I think he has a good shot. Nice little draw stroke. Should be able to put the 9 in the same pocket. He's going to take the first one down. You're going to play who? Oh, I'm going to be doing this for a little bit. I gotta talk to our peeps out here. We'll find somebody for you to play.
never ate that kind of food.
All right, let's see Joe break. See if you guys can see what I see. Yep. Looking for the 6. Looking for the 1.
Never been in a place.
For this ball to come over this way. What do you think?
It's a new place that opened up down by Toucan Shoe.
6 went high. So it's 6 ball hit up here. Some of the things we try to track when we're watching this, you know, these guys, when they're racking and breaking really well, they can bury that wing ball every time. Try to get the one to go on the side. Joe's not got a great break on that one. Didn't drop a ball. If you take the technical break away, like trying to make the ball on the side or making the ball in the corner on the wing, then it, you know, you're just random luck, hoping a ball finds a hole. Those balls are, I mean, you're practically shooting them, you know, and you're trying to drop them. Sure, Jeff. Okay, so what is this place? It's called the Players Club. Yeah. Give me 2 seconds. I'll be right out. So it's called the Players Club. I mostly buy and sell pool cues and pool cases. There's no 9-foot table within 30 minutes of my house, so I built this place. I put a 9-foot diamond and a 7-foot diamond in here. I've got all my cues and cases and stuff like that, and T-shirts and things like that, and trinkets. So mostly what I do is sell JB cases. I've got about 50 to 75 of JB Ultimate Ruggeds here. And so it is kind of a club. It's not really private, but, you know, I'm really, you know, the people I want in here are people that pre-schedule matches and have a reason to come in and practice, play, watch, things like that. So that's kind of what we do here. It's like I said, we welcome new people just as long as they're here to, you know, be involved in the pool game. You know, that's kind of what we're looking for. So I am trying to get a bigger place open by the end of the year. This is a very small place. I could not get any. If I knocked some stuff around, I could get another table in here, but it wouldn't be worth it. So hopefully if I get a bigger place here at the end of the year, like I'm trying, we'll have a few more tables. I'll let you know more about it in a second. I'm going to turn the hockey game on real quick, and I'll be right back.
I don't know, you should think about that. My offers are always very well priced. Robert didn't quite get it, so he asked for a chunk of his offer. Kevin did what he always does. It's ridiculous. My guy, right, with his offer. Why do you want to manufacture anything? Why do you want to go through that headache?
That goes way back. That look like me? That's my brother Dutch. I thought it was me. I'm sitting there. My wife.
You can turn it down if you want. If it bothers you, that's up to them. I don't care if I got volume.
Terry, mind the volume?
Ain't bothering me.
All right. So old TV Terry just got a couple balls left to tie this thing up here. We have a tie ball game. Terry's going to be breaking, and he's going to have a chance for the first time ever to be ahead of Joe. At least ahead of him playing big table 9-ball. They did play a little table 9-ball. I'll tell you that story just a little bit. Terry busted the balls open, but not in the hole. Joe shooting left-handed, spinning out on the 8, or spinning out on the 1. There's a hole there. He didn't find it. Helped him get perfect position, though. You can run this ball straight through the alleyway of the 5-8 to get up for the 3 in the side, or you can just go ahead and pull it on back. I guess he can go 2 rails and spin out, but yeah, I didn't like that. I saw him lining up for it, and I thought if he really spun it, he could get 2 rails and out, but I don't understand there was just a lot of obstructions in the way, including the 5 and the 7. They could have got him too. Good kick shot here. Don't know if he'll get rewarded for it at all, though, or not. He sure won't. I'll see if Terry shoots this ball left-handed like Joe did, or if he grabs the bridge. Terry's a little old school. He's just going to stretch out or grab the bridge. I thought he would have grabbed the bridge. He may not have figured it out yet. I guess he's going to just reach it. Hopefully it won't cost him a miscue or anything. And there's a hole there. He didn't find it either. An old guy and a young guy. Neither guy can find the hole. Four ball did, though, with a little extra Spanglish. 5 ball is going to follow it in. And got himself a little long. Boy, he tried to fire it in, and he ended up shitting in the 7. And I don't think the 6 is in the way at all. But let's see what kind of stroke he puts on this ball, because if he just tries to hold it, he's going to be out past the middle of the table. And if you draw it, the 8 ball's over there. And if you don't draw it, you end up at the end rail with a 9-yard shot. So he's going kicking. He scared it. You might get pretty fortunate to leave him on a rail. Nope. So still a tough shot, though. Tough leave. Joe's a pretty good player. I think I would fire this ball and put the cue ball down to the center table. Back up through the middle of the table, trying to get a shot on the 8 in the corner. But, man, it's a lot of traveling for the cue ball. You also have to make sure you make the ball. Joe tried to get closer to it, and he scored big time. Got himself a nice long straighter inner. Be careful, though. This table will spit out some stuff like that. Ask me how I know. I know she's a spitter. There's certain things she likes and certain things she doesn't. When you go to try to jam it in that hard from that far away, she'll say no. Spit her on out. Let the next guy take his turn. See if he's a little more gentle. Terry has his first lead of, well, ever. He's 1 game up. Yeah, this table, so the cloth is about 3 months old now, and it is starting to play really well. It's tightening up a bit, and it's getting kind of fun. Technical term, yes, that is the technical term for that shot. You're going to hear a lot of that here with the analysis I'll be giving. I'm not the normal commentator. Mr. John Perkey is not here today, so you've got me. I'm Brendan Sullivan, the owner of the Players Club. I don't have a filter, and you're going to get what you get. Old TV Terry has a 1 ball in the corner, and it looks like the 3 balls to leave. With the window between the 8 and 9, I don't think so. I think you got to come past the 6 here and just take your thin cut on the 3. You can't play for that. He went down through there, but not much reward unless he's going to fire this bank with no hope for a leave on the 4 ball. I guess unless you consider one of them 9-yarders a leave. He liked the safety version. Found the window, though. Some parts of Missouri, they call it the Winder. Terry doesn't use a jump stick, I don't believe. So I think we're going to see some sort of a kick, unless he can see his way through these two balls. He could, but he caught the double kiss. Joe's not going to be scared of this shot at all, even though there's 3 balls in the way blocking the cue ball from getting where he wants it. He's going to fire it, try to power it through them there anyway. There's the old 6 ball right in the way. I think he can see the whole ball. He might be able to cut it in. The 5's close enough to hold it if you do. But he chose the safety. Got a little distance. Terry's going to shoot. This ball's out off the rail enough. He claims he likes to use the vertical axis of the cue ball as taught by such people as Mark Wilson. But this one might require a touch outside to get the ball there and get the cue ball where you need. And he ripped her in her.
I just say I hit that ball so well. If that wouldn't have fallen, I'd have been like,
wow. I'd say he got a reward in the fact that he's got a great shot at the 5, other than the fact that he's jacked off over the 6, the old Chinese snooker. So we're going to see a stay down, follow through, poke and hope of the 5 ball with a little bit of extra arm action. Going to make the leave on the 7 tough. This is a normal 9 ball shot. It's just usually the 9 ball you're shooting right here. You're usually not having to play position on the 7 right in the same spot. So I might use inside. Terry's not. He poodle-dicked the ball, left himself long and hard on the 7 anyway. And now Joe gets to mess with it. Yeah, Fast Joey's playing good. He's been putting it on Terry as of late. Terry's up a game right now, though, on the day. Playing out of the corners. Hearing pros talk about the difficulties in this. We'll see how TV Terry does it. Not good. It's real funny. It's really, really funny shot, man. It's one of those things you don't realize how hard it is until somebody tells you, oh, it is hard. You know, you're almost better off not knowing it's hard. Kind of like when balls are frozen on the rail. You know, where the cue ball and the object ball are both frozen to the same rail. You know, if you don't know that's a hard shot, it doesn't really affect you a whole lot. You know, but playing out of the corners is a hard shot. And it takes, you know, some skill and some thought. You can't just always hit it. There's a lot of other ramifications, especially on these diamonds with these deep shelves. On a valley, you can very quickly 3-rail the cue ball, you know, rail, object ball, rail, 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 rail. But not on this table. If those balls are sitting in there deep and you try to go rail first, you better hit the point. There's a hole there, but he missed it. Joe's going to tie it back up if he can pocket the 9. He doesn't have to put low English on it. I hope he remembers that. If he decides to do it anyway, you know what could happen. I feel bad sometimes. Like I said, some people think I'm kind of a jerk. That when I predict things like that happening, as I did earlier, you know, but I could tell that that ball was getting kicked out just because of how he had to hit it. And the only person I've seen hit our pockets this deep into the cloth cycle, that pure, that hard, is one Justin Bergman. Not many other players can hit the pockets that hard, that often with that English and come out smelling like a rose. Most guys come out smelling like shit. So it's hard. That's why it's so impressive. Like one of the guys we saw was Dodong, and he was practicing on a table of 3 7/8 inch pockets. Alex beat another one out in California. And they're just practicing a long, straight-in shot, and it looks confusing, you know, like, but, man, you ever try hitting a long, straight-in shot with low English into a tight diamond table? You find out real quick how straight your stroke is. That's what Terry kind of found out. I don't think he'd played much big table pool, just banged around a few bar tables for a few months. Or a year or more, or however long it was. And then he got back on this big table and exposed his stroke a little bit, and he had to rework his mechanics and figure it all out. He's in the midst of doing that right now. We don't know how close he is. We're gonna Monday book. We're gonna Monday morning quarterback it though and figure it out.
Yeah, would you move it back? I can't move it in your way, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I don't think it was.
Is that all right?
Yeah, that's perfect. I think that's what it was.
Okay.
All right. They could have called a foul there. The cue ball technically came right back into the path of where that 7 ball was. In my estimation, if I was reffing, I think I would have had to call that one a foul. Not sure. Don't know exactly where the 7 was, and if I was reffing, I probably would have paid a little closer attention, but that was awful close. These guys are pretty friendly guys, though, and not choosing to call such ticky-tacky fouls. So Joe, you know, to work the safety, or is he going to go for the shot? I think he's. No, it looks like he's lined up safety, but I thought he would go for it. It almost looks like a half-hearted both attempt, but maybe it was just an all-out going to make the ball. And here's one of these shots. It's in the corner. You missed the whole ball. I told you it's deep in there, and if you don't walk over and take a look at it and realize you have to hit that tit or almost at the tit in order to get those to go, it's something you learn the hard way. I learned it the hard way. Now I get to tell people for free. If you come play here, you better look at the shelf. It's like the shelf and the perfect set of cleavage that'll go on from here to the motherland. Now we got the Blues hockey game on. We got a little action on the big table. I got a couple guys eyeing up the bar table. Don't know if anything will pop on it or not. Usually does. What I like to say is action breeds action. So my guess is people watch a couple games and then they'll be itching to play. Terry's in a great shot to get out here. Great spot to get out here. Little twister turner, but man, he hung it. He didn't get good shape on the 7 either. Not terrible. He had the right angle, but man, it would put himself in a nice long shot. That was one of the ones I didn't expect him to miss. It wasn't really a stroke shot. It was, he just kind of missed the ball. So Joe should get himself a good shot, but once again, playing out of these corners is a little difficult. He did really well, though, I think. All right, Joe's going to take the lead again. But Terry's right there with him today. Normally he starts out a little slow. Today he's just right there. So I think we may see a little charge out of him today. Wouldn't be surprised to see him getting gear today at all. Be a lot of fun if we get to see it. Yes, they're playing even. And I told you I'd tell you a funny story about that, so I'll tell you now. 6 months ago, Terry was in here talking to me about something. And I think it was just me and him, maybe one other person in here. Joe came walking in with his pool cues, wanting to play a little bit of pool. I don't think he knew who Terry was, but I don't know for a fact. I don't think Terry knew who he was at all, but I don't know for a fact. And Joe said, "Hey, did you want to play a little bit?" Terry looked around and said, "You talking to me?" And he said, "Yeah, you want to play a little bit?" So what were you wanting to play? So 9-ball in the bar box? Terry said, "Well, you're going to need some weight." And I said, "Whoa, slow down, Terry." I said, this isn't somebody you can just give weight to. And he said, oh, okay. Well, in that case, you got the 7 ball. So Terry gave him the 7, and I think they broke even playing like $5 a game or something on the bar box. Real quick, like, less than 20 minutes, half hour. I doubt they played 10 games. It's probably like 6 games. And Terry wanted to get back in stroke, wanted to play a little bit of pool. He wants to go, he likes to play in that Missouri State 9-ball championship every year. And he says he usually goes there without hitting too many balls, and it just bothers him a whole lot. So he wanted to try to hit a few balls and asked to see if we could get him a match or two. And he wanted to play Joe because he said he liked the way Joe played. And Joe made him regret that a little bit and put it on him the first day. Terry came back for more, and Joe put it on him double as much. And Terry called and asked to play some more. So these guys have got themselves a good little sparring session set up here. Terry is not outgunned at all. He just is getting back in stroke. When it happens, he'll probably be the slight favorite, unless Joe really gets in gear. Which he played pretty good the last time. And he's out playing every day and playing hard and playing top competition. He doesn't turn too many people down. And old TV Terry. Well, he's the king. Ball in hand. What do you think? I can't give him a real high percentage chance of getting out here. Hey, thank you very much. I appreciate it. We do have another angle. It makes me feel drunk. Like I can't look at it very long. But that's our other angle. So like I said, it makes me feel drunk. Yeah, so like I said, I don't know if you heard earlier, but TV Terry is Terry Hillsman. He used to own the Break Billiards in Cahokia. He ran a bunch of the Midwest 9-ball tournaments with Danny and Evelyn, who you've heard running places like the tournament in Olathe at Shooters or Jamaica Joe's in Oklahoma, usually associated with people like Chip Compton and Shane McMinn and Joey Gray and those kind of guys. Fast Joey is Joey Vola, author of The Hustled and Gotten. It's a book out on Amazon, Pool Stories. He's a pretty good player. He's taken out a couple of champions in very short race tournaments, things like races to 7 on bar boxes. He's beaten a couple champions like Alex Ollinger and such. But he is, I call these guys very low A players. They're both capable of beating a pro in short sets. They're both capable of running 2 or 3 games in a row at any given time, although they won't do it very often. They are capable of doing it at any given time, though, especially on a box. But they're capable of poodle dicking shots just like that there as well. So this is Fast Joey. Like I said, wearing the incredible green hoodie from the Players Club. They're thin, dry fit shirts. They're awesome. Joe disregarded position for that shot unless he considered this bank shot perfect position to get on the 7. I don't know if he cares. He banks pretty good. Just not today when I'm talking. Either that or he knew the safety was there. Jesus. Yeah, you know what? So it's kind of funny. Like when you watch pros or even semi-pros kind of play pool, they it can be a little boring. I used to remember watching like Allison Fisher play, and it seems like they're always in line, or they hit a good safety, and then somebody else hits a good kick safety, and then they hit one, and then the game kind of goes the way it goes. But when you get some low A players that know how to do a bunch of stuff with their pool cue, they start putting themselves in some bad spots, and they know how to shoot out of them, and it can be a lot of fun to watch. One of my favorite guys, which he's kind of a little higher than that kind of area, I don't know, I kind of call him a shortstop, right below a pro level. He's capable of being a pro at any given time in a short or long race. But anyway, it's Chuck Ralston down in Poplar Bluff. He beat Shane Van Boning in a race to 21. I think it was 8 ball in the bar box. So, that's kind of what I consider a shortstop above an A player. But it's fun watching him play because you're going to see some wild kicks. You're going to see some, some great banks, spin shots, things like that. I mean, it's going to be fun to watch because they're going to put themselves in some spots that that a pro wouldn't put themselves in. Your Nick's rack, boy, that had to be wild. That had to be really wild. I bet you got to see some crazy spots. We've seen, Justin Bergman's been in here a bunch, and we've seen some crazy spots. He gives me 18-4, and I'm not helpless. I play about the 7 in the break below these guys. Something like that. 7-8 in the break. But one pocket I play about 10-7 below these guys. And Justin gives me 18-4. So, he'd probably give Joe something like... Oh, man, Joe. You might give Joe something like 13-5. No, Joe's not a strong one-pocket player yet. He's been learning, but he's mostly a shooter. When Joe gets a chance to shoot, he's going to shoot. He thinks he can make everything, and I at times believe him. He's a good shooter. He's a ball maker. He's a ball runner. That's what he does. What's up, Dustin Metzger? Anybody on there, tell me, who you are. Like I said, my name is Brendan Sullivan. I'm from St. Louis. I'm BMS Clayton on AZ Billiards. Brendan Sullivan on Open Billiard Market and places like that. I sell a lot of cues and cases. And a lot of, mostly JB cases is what I sell. See if I can't show you something fun here real quick, if I can find it. So we're just playing a little 9-ball tonight. Terry Hillsman, Fast Joey. What's up, Joe? Oh, I will. I will do. I did, yeah. So I didn't say that. Yeah, Joe, I did mention he was an author of The Hustled and Gotten, and he's republishing his book, probably next year? 2021? Probably 2021 he's going to republish it. Oh, this Christmas? Oh, wow. I thought you were saying it was going to be over a year last time I read it. Oh, no kidding. Oh, nice. Reza? Or is it Reza? Oh, I thought maybe it was John's friend Reza. Gotcha. Oh, Mike Mueller. Good friend of the club's. I don't know if he's ventured in here yet or not. I forget. Maybe he came in here once, but he's a good friend of the club. We are all having a great time here tonight. I was just talking to Joe, like I said, author of The Hustled and Gotten. He's republishing his book on Amazon. I don't know if the old version's still there or not. But I got the chance to read it when I was on my way to Branson with the family. It's very interesting stories about some gambling and adventures and pool. Not the tuna. Old Fast Joey has all hair all squared up there for the stream. Ball in hand on the 1-ball. 30% or less to get out from here. Not because it's not possible, just because there's too much traffic, too many ways for something to go wrong, and I just don't believe it. Well, I might have been wrong. I spoke too soon. Joe's going to make a believer out of me here. This is a tight little rack, kind of like running 8-ball, except you got to shoot them all in order. And Joe's doing it pretty nicely. He's still got that 8-ball hung up there in a spot that most players don't like, and he's going to end up having to shoot probably a long shot on it. It's difficult to get this cue ball within about 2 or 3 feet, so you're usually shooting from about 4 feet away. Joe hit this ball really good, though, and got about, 3 feet away? 3.5? So I'd say he's got a real good chance, but he's got to power up a little bit to get the cue ball out for the 9, which he did perfectly. He made a believer out of me. I'm going to open up his percentages a little bit. I think Joey's up a couple games now. It's the original BK break cue he has right there. He bought here at the Players Club. I've got some BK2s and some BK3s and a couple original BKs, and he liked the original BK best. So that's what he's got right there. He's playing with the Turbrock Full Splice, Jerry Turbrock from St. Louis. We're all big fans of his. And then Terry, if you notice his cue, is playing with a really cool Zamboni. If I can get him to show it up to the camera, I will. Let you get a BK2. I got an expensive one and a cheap one. The expensive one's $350. The cheap one's about $275. The cheap one had been through some battles, but it still breaks great. Joe is running the balls again here. A little straight high ball. Well, I'm going to go ahead and give him over 60% to get out here. There's still a couple things he could fudge up, but he looks like he's getting in that rhythm he got in the other night. And if that happens, this could be a long night for Terry again. Terry's got the firepower to fire back at him, but I haven't seen him actually hit it yet. Yep, just 2 tables here. I've got a 9-foot and a 7-foot. And hoping to get a bigger place by the end of the year. I'm working on a few things. I'll show you both tables here in a second when Joe finishes out here. So you can see why I kind of tell you these percentages. Like, he may still get out here, but things can kind of happen. But he figured this one out with a good rub. So here's both of my tables at once. So from the camera on the right, you can see the legs of the front table. And then that front table, you can see my front door. And that's the place. Here's one of our other cameras. We got a few cameras set up in here that we can do. Like I said, I can't watch this one very long. It makes me feel drunk. But like I said, it's kind of like my office. There's just no 9-foot table within 30 minutes of my house. So I'm a one-pocket player. I can't make balls, at least not 2 in a row anyway. So that's the game for me. Joe's a little hooked on the 1 ball. I'm going to have to figure out something else. I got to find this other camera angle before I go crazy. Oh, I apologize. He didn't make a ball, so old TV Terry has to figure out something at the table. I don't know if he can see the edge of this ball to come around. It looks like he might be able to. Well, found it on the way back anyway. Left Joe a little ugly, but Joe may go ahead and just take the shot on and bank it and kind of play a 2-way. Because if you get out to the center of the table, or he could try to reverse bank it. I didn't really care for that a whole lot. Terry's going to like it a whole lot, though. Yeah, so we also can turn the bar table camera around and to show the back view of this table, but we don't do it very often. This just seems to be the best angle that most people like most of the time, and so this is what we show. We have the camera a little low because we like to show people the balls down there because we don't always have a commentator when we're doing one pocket. And it's, important to know the score in one pocket, so that's why we have the camera facing a touch low right there. I'd like to get a shout out to the guys that helped me build this place, but nobody wants to take credit for it because I did most of it, including laying the incredible carpet job you see there. But we got a lot of great guys that make this place awesome. Terry's son, Ryan, is our clubhouse pro. No, I don't own the building. It's just a little bitty spot in a little strip mall. We're in St. Louis, Missouri, specifically Valley Park, Missouri, about 30 minutes west of St. Louis City. He seems a little perplexed here. I wonder if he'll roll forward and shoot the 6 in the other corner. It looks like what he's going to do. But how do you get on the 7? I mean, the 7 on the side could be there or up in the other corner. Yeah, wow. Man, he might have actually made it to where he can pop that in the corner here. I didn't think he'd drive it out like that or draw it out like that. But he hit it really good for how he was trying to hit it. I don't think it was the right shot, but I don't know. I'm not a 9-ball player, so I could be wrong whether or not it was right or not. Hard to say against because he's getting out. Yeah, it is. It is really private for several reasons. I got an insurance spot next to me that closes at like 5 o'clock, and I don't even open until like 5 or 5:30 usually. Today I got here at 4. The Asian restaurant next door is not Chinese food. It's actually kind of like Thai food. The guys are from Thailand, man, and the food is phenomenal. It's got way more flavor than Chinese food. And they close at 9, so they're usually out of here, whatever time. There's a bar across the parking lot where people go some nights from here. I don't have a liquor license. So some guys will run over there if they feel like just getting one shot or a beer or seeing a female, because we don't usually have any in here. And they got a couple of good-looking ones over there. And then we have a liquor store across the parking lot, and then we have the Axe House in our parking lot. So there's a lot of people that go into the Axe House carrying coolers and things like that. A lot of people go to the liquor store and grab themselves a bottle or a 6-pack to bring over here. A lot of pool players don't drink, so. Yeah, so they're watching the hockey game right now, but like later on we'll have some music going on, but I play it, just kind of a normal speed. We usually, like I said, it's usually matches going on here. Like, people always ask me, like, why don't you have an open sign, or why don't you, do this, do that. I'm like, it's not really what I'm looking for, It's not, I'm not praying for people to come over here after they get wasted at Bobby's place and stay all night. Like that's just not really what we do here. We get good private matches, and we get, a lot of good guys that hang out. It's kind of a men's club. We talk about everything you could friggin' imagine, from divorce to, man, you name it, it's come out, I'll tell you that. So I get to be a psychologist, a bartender without the beer, a pool room operator. I wipe the tables down while the guys are playing and keep them nice and clean. I take care of the bathrooms and, keep the place nice and clean. Like I said, today I was in here fighting the gnat problem that we picked up. Apparently we were the only warm place in town, so the gnats were trying to get at us. So I attacked them about 900 ways today and cleared them out. Yeah, this is where we are right now. Like I said, I'm hoping to get a little bigger place, and it'll probably be right here in the area. Yeah, I charge table time, and then I've got, I tell people it's like $4 an hour per player, but like if you play a long time, I don't charge that much. Or if you play like, so this is what really happens, on like say a Friday night, there'll be 10 guys in here, and we'll match up doubles on one table. There'll be a match going on another table. A couple guys will just be sitting around bullshitting, or watching a game or whatever they're doing. And, there's a few guys that just like to come in and watch and hang out and have a soda or a candy bar or whatever. I have all that stuff, here, chips, stuff like that. And so they'll spend a couple bucks here and there, and I make some table time. Then I sell a lot of JB Ruggeds, JB Ultimate Ruggeds. And then I sell a lot of cues, and then, I get stuff for these guys when they want it or need it, whether or not it's, T-shirts, tips, chalk, whatever they want. Man, I came to California this summer. We went to Lake Tahoe, and then my wife and I drove over to San Francisco and then to Santa Cruz. And I went to a couple of pool halls specifically in Santa Cruz. And man, they were different. I was surprised. And, But I ran into some really, really cool people there. It was pretty fun. Obviously, been to a couple pool halls in Vegas, like Griff's. Oh yes, we my mom's husband won a golf or won a like a vacation in a golf auction. We stayed in a mansion in the side of Lake Tahoe. It was incredible. So my wife and I had never been to California, so we cruised over to San Francisco and then to Santa Cruz for a day each before we came home. So that was a pretty wild trip I got to do. I'd never, like I said, I'd been in Los Angeles a couple times, like for layovers to Hawaii and I forget where else. Yeah, I ran the half marathon in Lake Tahoe down the mountain, so it was pretty wild. It was my first half marathon ever. It was an incredible trip, man. My whole family was there, and like I said, we all stayed in one kind of mansion on the side of a mountain, and it was a blast. Here we go. TV Terry's on the 7. Struggling with it. That pocket's got him quite a few times. I ran a full marathon here in St. Louis in October. And it did damn near kill me. The half marathon was great. The full marathon is no joke, man. Well, all Joe has to do is pocket this ball with a little bit of Spanglish on it, and he'll have a very good shot at the 9. He failed to pocket it, though, and Terry is going to figure a way out here. He just has to. I may have missed a game or two on here. If so, I apologize if anybody knows the score or where they're at. I think Joe just gave him that one. Yep, these guys will miss a couple balls here and there. They're not going to play perfect by any stretch. So this table, like I said, the clock's about 3 months old, and it's playing just perfect to me. You know, I'm a one-pocket player. Throw them to the hole kind of guy. These guys have to actually pocket balls, though, so this cloth is probably playing a little bit tough. But we got to... I love it. I mean, this is my favorite. I think it's not even really good until the last, 2 months of the cloth.
It's taking the time to focus.
Well, Terry put down a big break. He dropped the ball. He's got a great shot at the 1 ball. The 2 ball's close to the hole. There is a little traffic around it. The 9 ball and the side pocket are both looming large. He went around the 9 ball, but he brought the 6 ball in play somehow, some way, someday. And he's got the wrong cue out, but he doesn't know how to use the other one, so he's going to be spinning off that side rail back into the 2. I don't think he can jack up and go around this ball. Brett, you can get in on this. All you got to do is drag your little happy ass up here. You know that. Well, he was able to catch a piece of the 2 and left Joey long and hard. The only problem is Joe does not know that he could miss this ball. Joe thinks he could never miss this ball because Joe shoots good. Joe's going to fire this ball in and see what he gets on the 3 ball. That time it didn't go, though. I think that's an advantage that Joe has and some other players have, that they really don't ever really think they're going to miss. They really have a lot of confidence that they can always make that ball. And he's an optimist when it comes to that. And he oftentimes will reach down deep and pocket that ball. Some of us really, really seasoned players have missed those balls so many times that we just know that it's difficult and can be missed. And play it a little differently. Wide hit a nice, smooth draw stroke. Try to freeze a cue ball on the 4 and put the 4 ball up there by the 9 or on the end rail, preferably. Joe went for the shot. Left Terry in no good shape. but I don't think he'll be scared here. It's really tough to go for this bank. Have to hit it with straight high ball and a lot of it to get out for the 5. I almost like playing, well, I was going to say playing safe. Joe with the 7-mile shot. He's got a 7-mile cue out. Put it in the little bitty pocket. Out in the middle of the table for the 5. Can he get from the 6 to the 8? We'll see the angle. That's the money ball that matters, but he didn't get there anyway. Left it for old TV Terry. Left him a world-class nothing. Try to put the 5 on the opposite rail and put the cue ball on the 6, or you can bank the 5 at the 6 ball and spin the cue ball 2 rails behind the 9. Or you can bank the 5 in the hole, spin the cue ball at the 9, leaving yourself a country mile to the 6 ball. With the old double country mile to get back on the 8 ball. Joe gets the same shot. Touch of a better angle, maybe. Yeah, I love me some Terry, but I don't know that I can be betting on him right now. I certainly don't want to bet against him either, though, so I'm in a bad trap here. No betting for me on this one. Joe's going to take another one down. I think that'll put Joe up a couple games, but Terry's not going to give it to him. Joe powers it home. Yeah, so here's a few of the things I got. A lot of Predator cues. McDermott Lucky Brand cues. 50 to 65 bucks right there, all those colors. JB cases, I got 50 to 75 of those. 4x8s, 3x6s, 2x3s, 3x4s, all with backpack straps. And I've got some towel rings here too if you need one. Got some plain black ones if you just want them for storage and stuff like that. Yeah, so that's what I do. I sell a lot of that stuff. They're just playing by the game. I don't know. I don't usually like to talk about it on here. Blade, what all kind of cues you got, brother? What are you sitting on? I do have a website, but we don't do a whole lot with it. I can't personally update it. I'm reliant on one of my other 2 guys, and they both have full-time jobs and stuff like that. And to be honest with you, like my inventory moves so fast and so much that I can keep up with it on Facebook just barely. I can't keep up with it. So Facebook's the best way. If you go to Open Billiard Market and search my name, Brendan Sullivan. So you go to Open Billiard Market, find the search function, and look up Brendan Sullivan. You'll see most of what I have. If you look under the Players Club photo, or the Players Club Facebook page, you'll probably find most of my photos on there too. Although you'd have to sift through a few of them. Brett Snowden and Mike Wills, that'd be a fun matchup. You guys should play each other. Yeah, Facebook. So you go to Facebook and then you go to groups and go to Open Billiard Market. And there's like 50,000 members now. And I sell most of my stuff throughout those groups. So there's a few groups that I use, and so I have it all listed on there. But if you want, you can just private message me if you find a JB case you want, or let me know what you want. I can either order it for you or sell you one that I have in stock. I usually keep things like black with red, black with green, black with white, navy and white, navy and gray, gray and navy, gray and white. And then all black ones, black with red stitching, black with green stitching, things like that. Kind of like the pictures I showed you. I'll run that commercial again, but Terry dropped the ball on the break. He's not going to like the shot at the one, though. Oh, that's awesome. I have two cheap Joss Qs, newer ones. I do not have a COG. I have seen a couple. I've had a couple in my hands here that I was trying to sell for somebody. The Jerry McWhorter, I've seen a few. That must be a really nice Q. Yeah, I don't know a lot about the older Joss Qs, the gold letter ones, and all those. I don't know a lot about them, but I know there's a lot of big fans. But I'm not really a Q historian at all. I don't mean to make it sound bad or anything. I'm really just a very good Q flipper. I try to find nice Qs that people need to sell, and then I try to give them a fair value for it, and I flip and make 20, 30, 50 bucks and match it up with somebody who wants it. You know, that's really it. I don't know if you post a link, I think it kicks you out for like a couple minutes. But yeah, I'll go. I don't know how to do that, but as soon as I get out of here, I'll see if John will tell me, and I'll go look for it on Twitch, and I'll check them out. That's pretty cool. I wonder if Joe can figure his way out here. I gotta take a break and answer the phone real quick. I'll be right back.
Stroking and everything, I seen a little hitch in your stroke. Yeah? Yeah. I thought you were like doubting yourself, like I do on all mine. I think because it's focused.
All right.
He hit the tip pretty good. He was lucky that ball went in.
Joe took another one down. I think Joe's ahead by a few games. Don't count on the score being exactly accurate. But Joe seems to be in pretty good rhythm. When he gets going like this, he seems to be going well. Let's see what he can do at the break, looking for the 3-ball on the wing. Broke high again. He's been breaking it high. He's not making any adjustments to it. Stuck the cue ball on the old 7-ball while not making nothing, though. So Terry's going to get to roll out. We'll see where Larry picks to roll out to. If Joe can see it, he's going to shoot it, I bet. Thank you, Larry.
Yep. I can't help it. I just hit it too hard. Push.
I don't think Terry will roll. Well, he is going to. I didn't think he would roll out to where Joe would see it, because knowingly Joe, no matter what, is going to shoot it. Terry's probably a better tactical player, so I thought he might roll to a decent kick shot. You know, although there wasn't a great one.
So hard that he would scratch a lot. He would jump the table. He would jump the table, and then somebody told him to let up, because he was always making balls. It was just that he would scratch.
All right, so Joe give this back for real? A little surprised at that. Terry tried to make the ball, maybe. I don't know. Joe did make the ball. He does have a shot at the 2. He does not have a great chance to get out here, though. I'm giving him 35%. I'm only giving him the extra 5 because he got out on me earlier. No, he couldn't see that ball. I thought he could see the whole ball well enough to make it. I tell you, this is just a lot of moving, so I think Terry's out here. There is no long, hard shots. It's just flat out moving the cue ball. So I don't think Terry's going to shoot the 2 in the corner, 3 in the side, 4 in the corner, 5 in the corner, 6 in the side. he's got a pretty good out here. And like I said, this is just kind of an easy little, wow, he dogged the ball in hand. Yeah, can't start that one. I would have shot it in the other corner and followed it and then cut the 3 in this corner. Or in this side over here. He's a much better player than me, so really shouldn't say too much about it, but he's giving Joe another chance. Joe's looking to get behind these balls over here. I think he figured it out to get right behind the old 7. Looking at a one-rail kick the way he's looking. Not a lot of future in it.
I was gonna hit the 9. Maybe go.
Came out smelling pretty good, though. Oh, great. Thank you. Like I said, as soon as I jump off here, I'll go check him out. Terry tries to bring the cue ball in behind the stack of balls, but the 4 ball didn't do what he told it to do. The 4 ball didn't stay right with the 5. It went and kicked out. So now Joe's going to get himself the long and Hardman. What a safety. He slid into perfect shape for the 5 despite being jacked off over the 6. Left Terry the kick on the 4. Terry gets no Shatola other than the leave. Well, Blade, anytime you're sick of any of them cues, just ship them on over to me and I will sell them. It's the first thing I do when I get my hands on cues.
See what a video came out today that said the Houston Astros were cheating the last 2 years? No. They got evidence that they had cameras put in somewhere in the stadium. Really? They could catch the signals, and they were hitting. Wow. They were hitting like trash cans, real loud, or hitting the pipes in the thing. And they knew what pitch was coming. I swear to God, what's that?
I know, ain't that something? What a fucking country we got.
I think we've probably sold 20 Seans around here in the last couple of years. They tend to go well. I'm not a big Sean fan myself. I don't like the little pin cues. The 5, 6, 18ths and 14ths pin cues just don't do it for me. I prefer a radial pin cue first, a 3/8 10 second, and 3/8 11. I guess after that, I don't know. But once you get down to those little pin cues, man, they feel way different to me. You know, especially with the stainless steel joint. I just like a wood to wood radial pin cue. Joe doesn't like money. He had a chance to make some right there, but Poodle dicked the 6 and left himself a long way from the 7. Terry's going to have the unique proposition of pocketing the 6 and bringing the cue ball around for the 7 unless he tries to hold it, which is a bad idea on a diamond. The old diamonds don't like that. But Terry did it anyway and came out really well. Must have hit it almost perfect. Terry's going to come out smelling like a rose. Joe won't give it to him. He's going to make him shoot it. I don't blame him. And there's a good reason why. That just drove Terry nuts. And I think he's done. Yeah. I think he got a little frustrated there. So, looks like we might be done early here for the day. I'll see if we stir anything else up. Thank you, Terry. Oh, we might be scaring something else up here.
I never played 9-ball when I was playing pool.
Really?
No. I can't. I should even try it. I played 8 years. Really? 8, 9, I can't see anymore.
Sorry I quit you so early, Joey. I'm just frustrated.
Well, let me see what else is going on. I'll be right back.
over.
I think I was sitting on my leg too long.
Oh. What do you think, Shane?
Couple balls that felt good,
Yeah,
and then I missed the E.
I know.
Oh, what is it? I'll keep trying.
They're too big.
If I just make some of the balls, we'd have been breaking even.
Yeah. I mean, you know, all the shots, I feel like a little rusty, you know? That would have been, got a stroke, I guess.
Yeah, how do you make some shots and then miss six balls? I missed 6 balls, I missed 8 balls. I miss balls, it's just, nobody misses the balls. Fucking beginners.
Just take a look at damn 5x10. That's how big it looks. There you go. I like that clean.
You never made
I
a
don't
ball?
like them kind of joints.
Oh, you don't?
It's stainless steel.
Half slice.
Fully spliced. I can't remember what chapstick thing too.
When you start on a thick,
Larry, I'm going home. For me.
You know,
using a straw might seem like a perfectly reasonable thing to do, but you'll learn. Spoons into straw to do a spoon's job.
I should be getting some text telling me how bad I look from my son and my son-in-law.
I'm over there eating, and one guy, Ray, calls him, texts me, he goes, I'd have left too if I was you. That's what he said.
I bet higher, anybody, get some people, 50, 100 a game, I'm ready. Dead serious. Dead serious.
Get him, Joe.
If it wasn't me, I'd be on your fucking side against me so fucking fast. I would see the vulnerabilities and I would be
Are you
there.
gonna start staking both sides?
The only way I can get half my money back is to stake him against me. It's tempting. Fucking tempting. The best practice I ever had when I did that. I staked my opponent because nobody would fucking stake him. And I bared down and man, it was tough. We played for 4.5, 5, 6 hours. Come out 2 or 3 games difference. We was up to 50 a game. I kept raising the bet.
Tell who I think you're talking about? Junior Dieter? That's what I call him.
Dean of DeForest.
Dean DeForest.
Dean DeForest.
Yeah. He was a favorite going in, and nobody would fucking stake him. I got so fucking mad. I mean, I just got disgusted. It's like, what the fuck? 20 a fucking game.
Thanks for the action, Terry.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you. I ain't done with you. Don't worry. You only got about 700 of my money. It's your money now, though, so it ain't mine. If I beat you one time, I'd feel so fucking happy.
Yeah, race.
I like that.
Better chance of race. Maybe our bar table or something. Change it up.
I had plenty of opportunities, son. That one time, that one day, you beat me 21 games. I had no opportunity. You just fucking run out.
I was kind of ready to rumble that night. I don't feel. I think we need to change the bet or something. Make it for.
Yeah, raise it. Get somebody behind. I can't believe it. People ain't coming to you and going, man, bet that fucking guy is more money. Because I will. I will bet more.
Yeah, no one's really talking to me about it that much.
I'm surprised. Well, you know, I've got a reputation. People are scared of me and they don't see the fucking weakness. I would spot a weakness in a person quick. If I was watching somebody like me, I would see it. Now, I would know that they might come back around over a period of time, and then I would notice that too. And then I wouldn't want to bet no more.
Yeah.
But at this point, I'd be on you so fucking fast, Joey. I would see a score happen. I mean, a pretty good sized one, too.
Yeah.
Because I enjoy playing and I enjoy jacking the bet.
No, no later this weekend, so we'll have it home together.
Well, good luck.
Yeah, thanks.
I'll be not too far from there fishing.
Really?
I might run up.
Yeah, you should.
I'd like to.
When are you going fishing?
Yeah.
Hole
Friday and Saturday, I'm liable to face, on Saturday, they're gonna have Thanksgiving down there because people come in to hunt. It's deer season. That's what we go down for. Well, bow season, but the gun season opens Saturday.
Gonna play some straight points?
Wondering, playing good now, but he plays straight pool.
Oh,
Nobody plays it all.
We get him to play one pocket.
This game
I
I
ain't left
respect.
yet.
there you go.
What do you think I should do? What do you think I need to do anything or not?
I don't know if he's hit a ball in so long, I don't know.
I promise you ain't hit a ball in 5-10 years.
Handball, that's it.
Yeah. You play you some handball.
Try to get
One-handed.
9-7.
I gotta play one-handed.
I don't know how you can play pool with your shoulder. That's all right.
It's,
Hey, I even got Larry in heat.
Try to get 9-7, Joey.
He said, he said,
yeah, you know that, right?
he said, I had the best 2 weeks in a long time. I'm thinking, I'm gonna say, TV Terry's here.
I know.
Spreading the fucking cheer. Here comes Terry.
I was gonna call, I was
Comes
gonna
Terry
call Mike and,
hopping down
I was
the
gonna
trail.
ask Mike and Carl if they're coming back tonight. You want Mike to come back?
I know.
Or the other one is, Terry Christmas to you.
Yeah, talk to.
Get some fucking money up, Joe. Let's jack this fucking bet. I'm tired
There
of
you go,
fucking
Joe.
around.
Play like a big set or something. Play a set.
Don't play no fucking set. Let's just play some 40, 50 a fucking game. You get to snap off a little bit.
You wanna play some now?
No. What the fuck? You were digging in your wallet. You couldn't bet $5 a game extra. I already
You gotta bring a stack with you,
If I win 100, I know the game's over.
You gotta bring a stack with you,
He
Joey.
said, "Let me see, Larry." He looked in.
I got like 400.
Why did you
Why you
bet?
should have said that earlier?
Why did
You
you
didn't have
bet
to
him
bet me.
5 or 10?
I just like to come and watch. I like to at least sweat anything a little better.
God damn, you should give people
No big
action
things.
a little bit on the side. You have your 7 fucking hundred. Aren't you confident yet?
You keep thinking you're gonna hustle me or something.
You're hustling, Barry.
But no, I had the best game. It was just like this. It was me and teacher, and we battled. The teacher's game went up, my game went up. I'm telling you, we both got to play. He thought that I played better than Whitey and Joe when we had this series, and he was right there with me. I got 16 games up on him one night, 20 games. We would call each other on the phone on our way home and talk about the game. And I ended up winning like 4 or 5 games. And I never missed a ball. I was like, fucking, how in the fuck did you win all those games back? Well, I know how he won it back. He fucking was playing great. Actually, he played Joe right in that same period. And Joe had no idea that teacher was in stroke like that. And I wasn't, and he beat Joe. He gave Joe Joe gave him a spot, but if I'd have been there, I'd have sent the money in, because I knew.
On Joe?
No, hell no.
No?
On
Joe
teacher.
Wolford? Talking about Joe Wolford?
Yeah. But Joe was spotting teacher. But teacher was a different animal than when Joe was playing.
Joe
And then
was
somebody, just what you said, all of a sudden the teacher quit playing me because somebody went up in his ear and said, "Don't you know that Terry's hustling you?" What do you fucking game I'm hustling? I love this because it's like we're sparring partners. We're not nothing serious here. You know, I'm rooting for you to play well, to keep me in there playing hard. I mean, I'm not rooting for you to do what you've been doing to me. But, you know, I anticipated us really being a tug of war for a long time. And your game's gonna go up. I just don't know, I seriously don't know if I'm supposed to be fucking with you or not, because your game's liable to turn like that, another notch. Like, I mean, at any moment, that's what I think. You're starting to feel more and more comfortable.
Yeah.
When you first started playing me, you could tell you was a little bit leery or maybe intimidated because maybe of my reputation.
He got
I didn't know how good you were.
Yeah, well,
I heard things about you. I heard you're a good player.
some blood on the ice. Get you that 5 minutes.
Good, so I just
At one
I
time,
tuned up a little bit, a little nervous.
At one time, I played decent. You know, you could tell I could play.
Yeah.
see.
That's what you told me before the match.
I bet you was hot afterwards, like, yeah, you blind motherfucker.
I was.
Yeah, and I'm coaching him.
I didn't even feel like sticking around and play Martin because I was up calling Martin Moore, but like $4 playing 20 again on the big table. I was gonna keep playing, but then when I lost.
Well, I think when I beat you, you went up, you won the first 3 games, I think.
Yeah, I did. Then you came back.
You get 5 minutes?
That's when I was trying to
4
tell you,
minutes. Yeah,
when you did
blow.
that one shot, I just thought, man, I need to, you know, you got a lot of passion, you need to learn how to play the bar tables, especially the corner pockets is a lot easier than the side. And you tried to force the ball, you could have missed it, you know the whole story.
Oh, yeah.
And then you ended up clipping the ball on the side, you ended up getting out of line, and if you'd just rolled that ball in and stayed on the rail, you'd shot the other one in the corner. Play good.
Is anybody else coming up, Brendan, or
What?
anybody else coming up here, or?
Daniel just called, said he was coming up.
I'm here.
You know, you didn't even.
Got me
you
hot.
didn't even
I'm
play
a
good.
fool now. I play forever.
There you go, Joe.
Make 2 balls in a row.
Oh, you was missing balls. Me too. You was missing balls.
Joe, he's trying to give you money here.
What?
I probably won't make 2 balls in a row if I play.
What game?
I can none but won't play. At least I can hide. Try to keep it from running out on me.
You might as well try him. You're on house money.
Alright.
Well, I'm not playing deep. No,
You on house money or houseman money? Hillsman.
Hillsman money. They don't know how to say it right. Begins with an H.
Terry Hill.
How come these back short, Terry?
Or diamonds.
What's that mean? It is.
That means they bank sharp and everybody raves about them being the best tables. You get used to it, but still. I just don't know how tables can be considered the best tables and they don't bank true.
Don't think they bank true?
Gold crown over here.
I mean, of course, I was used to gold crowns. You know, there's certain things that you're supposed to be able to put a cue ball here, hit that diamond, it goes this way, 3 rails back in the corner. On this table, it probably would go 3 rails and hit high.
It's about 19 or 18.
Yeah, that's 19.
I knew I should have stayed home and watched The Voice.
Huh? When I called you, you sound too enthused about really coming.
I almost backed out. I laid down, I went home, I laid down, just got done eating. My wife calls me an hour later and says dinner's ready. I wanted to puke, I was so full already. I got up, ate anyway, and then came out here.
What happens in the penalty? They take it away?
Oh shit, I don't know.
And they were reviewing it.
You know who you should grab me right now?
I know they were beating him house.
Carl?
Which Daniel's coming up?
Daniel Hill?
Oh, Danny Hill.
Yeah.
Danny Hill? He's a Danny Hill.
I did, but
His
not
name is that, eh?
Not the,
Daniel Hill. Alabama.
not the one that's at Pew and Cushion right now.
Not the what?
Not the one that's at Pew and Cushion right now. I was just there. I was just there and he was gambling with John Hill. Danny Hill versus John Hill, 9-ball.
Yeah.
Based the 7
He's in E2 and he's in he just going in and trying to play.
He goes everywhere.
Joe, you gonna play him some one time? You gonna give him a spot?
Yeah, I'll give you like 9-8 or something.
I didn't.
9-7.
That's a half a ball.
9-7. 9-7.
You're close.
I was just thinking, you're getting close. You're catching his attention. You're catching his attention.
Alright.
Close.
8-4.
9-7 and
Do what?
I don't know. 9-7 to you, breaks.
9-7 to break. That's Bryce. Good spot.
You got it.
What do you get for Brandon?
110 cents.
I had no idea.
How much is the breaks worth of one time? Like 2
Well, all
balls?
depends. You got to break good first.
Well, if I was breaking, it would probably be a half a ball back the other
That's what I'm
way.
thinking. I might not even be able to hit the stack right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll give you the breaks. 9-7 the breaks.
Now, how much?
Yeah, how much? What do you want to
It
bet?
ain't gonna be real high, I promise you.
No.
Not with Larry.
Like 10 games? I'd do that.
What?
10 game.
I'll bet 40 both directions. But I ain't giving nobody half, I ain't giving nobody no jelly, I'm betting myself.
I'll bet with you, Terry, you stay.
I almost did that the other night, I don't know if it was against him or what. I don't know what it was.
Guess who?
You can pick your player, I'll take the other guy too.
All it is I just get aggravated how, I see games that are going to be gambling games. And I see sometimes the guy that I think's a favorite, he won't fucking, nobody will bet on him.
I called Mark before I came here, he didn't answer his phone.
How do you think that is? Oh, I've got some bad guesses.
That's not my fault, you under that. This looks like a square ball.
Hey Larry, I hit balls with that stick one time and played pretty good.
It's kind of weird joint. We've had a few guesses, but.
I don't know, this guy looks like a square ball.
I would've kept playing, I couldn't stand it, I missed that line.
I knew that.
I wanted to break my team. I'm losing my patience.
You play like that or not? Ready to line up with you?
Huh?
Would you mind letting Larry and Q or so you can play me?
I don't care if you use a cue. You gonna play one?
I don't know.
I'm gonna miss this on with you.
Yeah, borrow one of them, I did you mine, but I.
No, I can't play with that.
Yeah.
I tried that once.
We'll figure something out. Daniel's gonna make me play when he gets here.
There's a guy that should be betting on you, Daniel Hill. I'll bet he would, cause me and him I gotta get out of here before he comes in, we'll be flipping a coin for
I know, Kurt.
Alabama.
He moved to St. Louis probably right after the rail.
He got a little twang.
He might have been there a couple times. He moved up here,
Who was the kid that was here the other night? Is that him? Kid was that Asian food from Mexico?
Guys, I'm gonna go. I got a lot of stuff to do. See you, Joey.
see Terry's, I see you, brother.
I don't think I'll be, you available tomorrow just in case I get the itch? I'm leaving town Thursday.
I might be available later on the evening, yeah.
I'll let
Like 8, maybe 7 or 8. I don't know.
I'll put
I'll
the
let you
word
know.
out. Yeah, I'll put the word out. if I see it.
Yeah, we'll figure something out.
Alright. See you, Larry. 8:30. Get in there, Larry. Maybe I'll stink. What the hell? You need money?
Here, it says, Larry, come on, jump up there and play some one pocket. You can beat Joe.
Who said that?
And then Carl, the truck driver, you need me to come down? And stir the action up?
Don't be scared, jump on in, the water's fine, right, Terry?
Terry! Fuck, I'll hit 5,000, he acts like it don't fucking win it.
smells like a fart in here.
Really?
Yeah.
Should smell good in here.
Smells like a fart.
Came too late, the Chinese restaurant's closed.
Yeah.
What kind of cue was that, Brendan? Do you know? You don't know what kind of cue it was?
That one?
Yeah.
No, we don't know.
Oh! So that's it, huh?
Yep.
What kind is that?
That's what much he had a major making extension for his league.
You mess around with it, guys?
Very, very little.
Never used one of those. It's yeah, this one's just like the Bears' fault. I haven't seen this thing in a year.
I know it hasn't been happening. It's 6 months ago.
No, it's been almost a year.
I know.
Well, yeah. How long's that been?
Jeremiah, you ready?
Pardon?
Jeremiah, Larry?
You own it?
Me and Mark.
Yeah, okay, I remember, yeah.
You're not really there.
One of the, yeah, one of the first,
Casper Airbro in there.
Who?
Casper.
Casper?
Well, Casper won, so not technically, but
Did he come down there, Casper?
he hasn't really played a whole lot, from what I've heard of. Every time I've seen him, he's got money and he says he's working.
Yeah.
Like last two
We
or
was
three times I've seen
driving
him.
an 18 wheel the last time I seen him.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought he was working at Walmart.
is he on drugs?
Casper?
Yeah.
I think he ever did drugs, so.
Oh, I thought
Maybe,
he,
I don't know.
Yeah, somebody told me he goes into Kenny's every day, or not every day, but whenever he goes into Kenny's, he has around, like, there, anybody sell drugs here, or?
No kidding.
yeah, I
At least,
swore he
at
was
least
on
back,
drugs.
I'm talking
Yeah, you
8
know
years
better
ago.
than I did.
I don't know.
I never spent much time with him. I just saw him at pool tournaments. But he always seemed
All I
like,
do is smoke.
yeah, that's what I meant. Like when I say drugs.
I know what you mean, right? Yeah.
He didn't seem like a meth head or like
No.
Yeah.
strung out or anything
Other
like
than
that.
pot.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
No, Jeremiah were in there one night. Casper went asked to play. He called me over there after they started playing. He said, "Man, I don't think he's got no money on him. I just wanted you to know." So I was like, well, it's like Jeremiah can't win, so I don't think it's gonna matter.
We broke even that night.
But I think he lost a set. I think he lost 40 or 80. No, he broke even.
Yeah. Yeah, I would have remembered that. And I remember you telling me, he told you that if he lost, he was gonna say he's going to the ATM and not come back. I guess there was an ATM by Dairy Queen or
He
something.
never stiffed nobody, he's always paid.
Yeah, I didn't heard too many
Yeah,
problems with him.
he's always. I gamble with too.
I've never had any problems with him.
I've never seen him hot-headed or nothing ever all the time. I've
Yeah,
known.
I used to like watching him and Brian play.
Who were you playing that night?
I remember. Nobody really had we just were in there.
Who's that guy? The guy that comes in here, the redhead. Yeah. What's his name? He's drunk.
Huh?
He's drunk and loud.
Oh, Ronnie Hansen?
No, not
I don't know
him.
what you're talking about.
I didn't know.
It's your buddy. You've been playing him for years.
Fish? No.
You've been playing the guy for
Colby.
years. He's in
Colby?
Colby.
Oh.
the way better than me's.
Scratching my inches over.
I mean, they both got the way better than me's, but I'll play Joe the same way I always do. Last couple times. Hey, you got the break in the 7. Jesus. On the bar box, not on the big table. I need way more than one big table. No, on the bar table.
Joe's gonna rob you. Bar table, you gotta fight the chance.
Yeah. If you don't want to give me the break, I'll try the 7 8 and win a break. Either one. Yeah, let's get started. I got time for one set forward. Race to something for 50.
You want to play by the game?
Huh?
You want to play by the game?
I mean, I can, but I gotta leave in like 1 hour.
Well, it's okay. I'm not going to be here that much later.
Okay, that's fine.
I'm not going to play
No,
no sitting here that.
I ain't went by the bank yet. I just woke up in time.
We'll play like,
Yeah.
10 games?
Sure. 10 a game.
Alright.
Alright. We're gonna have to steal your table there, Gary. Call it.
The big boy.
Tails.
I'll play on this one.
7, 8, 10 a game. Only an hour or less.
So I went into Fandango's on Friday, and it was the first time
I'm gonna kick the stream over to you guys real quick. I'm sorry, I'm
Do
listening.
that first.
it was the first time like I actually tried to focus a little bit.
Yeah, cool. Well, we can either both spot them or they're both
I
wild
got
on the break.
my ass whooped. What's up, man?
We either both spot them or they're both wild on the break. Like if you pocket them, they come back on the table.
That's fine. Let's do that.
If I can't win with them, you can't take them off the table.
So if I pocket them, they come back on the table, regardless? Oh, but just on the break, right?
Just on the break.
Yeah, that's fine.
Just on the break.
Otherwise, the game would never end.
Well, yeah. I know there's some trick to getting this fucker out of here.
You gotta lift the top part off first, bro. The whole top part.
There it is. Okay.
The whole thing.
I got it. It's out. You don't have to do that.
All right, guys, we got
The guy that just picks a cue off the wall and gambles. I love it.
we got a little more action here. Daniel Hill walked in the door on his way to work. Gonna play Joe a quick set, getting the 7 and the 8. He offered to take the 7 in the break. Joe elected to give him the 7 and 8 instead. So Daniel broke balls and gonna start running them. So we'll see what happens then tonight. Terry was a little frustrated with his game. Just didn't feel like playing. I don't think he ever felt like it to start. So, like I said, it's Daniel Hill. He's IBA 7467 on AZ Billiards. He has got stuck working a couple nights here. Runs a good sized plant, but he's got to be there a couple nights this week, so he's popping in to play us before he goes in. Joe has to work in the morning, so this is working out perfect. They're going to play for about an hour from what I'm hearing by the game. So we'll see what happens. Mike Snodgrass just walked in. Jeremiah's playing on the big table. Larry's lurking. And Terry ran out the fucking door. That's what's going on. So I'll be back, guys. Enjoy the show.
Got that, like, the doctor called it, it's like this slat cheek virus. It's like where their face gets real red and then they projectile vomit.
Yeah.
So my 2-year-old had it, then he gave it to my 4-year-old, and he threw up all over me, and then I had it for a day.
Yeah.
From Thursday up until
I was 9 don't count on the break either, right?
Yeah, that's fine.
So I heard the Bluesmen kicking butt.
It was worth me pissing him off for that.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, don't open that door. Don't open that door. There's a cop sitting right there on the other side of the bank.
Oh, dude. I saw a guy beating on the ATM in a
Really?
car. Yeah, he was parked next to it. And I just pulled up 5 minutes ago.
Right?
And I was looking at the guy because I pulled in, and he's like beating the shit out of the ATM, and he turned around and started beating like the driver's window.
Terry. Get that money, son. Get that money. You playing good? He not playing good? A little of both?
He's playing good, Terry's not playing too good.
Oh, son, learn to break the ball, dang.
I think Terry's 67 years old.
I ain't dead.
65 maybe.
No. I mean, that was still the first ball still rolling. You know how quick I shoot, Joe.
What if numbers tell only half the story?
Get in there. Bounce around.
So what happened in that tournament this weekend?
Sam.
We lost
did?
as always.
Sam won.
He did? How did he win? Really, was it close, not close?
He lost in the one time in the winning bracket. Came back.
I think Ricky.
Who did he lose to?
Ricky. I mean, earlier I don't know, but Ricky.
Come on, 8 ball. 9 ball, 7 ball, 6 ball, 5
And what were they
ball,
playing?
1 ball.
9 ball?
9 ball on a bar table.
That time I took any one of them.
Any disappointments?
Yeah, they all lost money. Because they didn't want to spend $500 on Sam. Makes sense. All averages.
Oh, look at that. That's that. What's his name? How y'all know him? Rick Sayer. Rich Sayer.
Yeah, we know him. Where's he been?
Fuck, he saw half dead.
Isn't he in
Chandler,
Raleigh?
Inner Rich.
Isn't he in Raleigh or something?
I wouldn't doubt it.
I don't know.
I thought I heard he was the pro at a pool hall somewhere out in the country.
Robertsville.
That's your name. That's your
That's the place he is in.
And to make sure you have
That's where
St. Roberts, my bad.
been
St.
okay, bro.
Roberts.
Not much, man. Just working.
The number we came up to the other day, I think included everything, but we forgot the U.S. Open, which is like $42 or something.
Did you try your new shaft out?
not yet.
you can build something that you're proud of with your name on. Spectrum Business. We keep small.
Don't go and don't leave us.
See our luxurious lineup at Plaza Italy. The 2019 Q50 Sport 400 sedan with leather contrast.
I saw the last time that I had messaged you was in July, so I'm really sorry that it took that long to say.
Well, it's not your fault, is it?
No, I mean, but either way, I was kind of the liaison in the middle that talked you into it. You know, it was the one talking about getting other options.
Sounds like the Cuban guy does a lot of problems.
He got had a heart attack, and he has a complete blockage,
They
basically.
Yeah, and then didn't his girlfriend die or so break up with him or something?
He was the best player on my team.
You let me shoot a lot.
He took himself on like a ball or two for my money ball. God dang! Woo!
That don't matter if he does that every once in a while.
And then he kicked it in like a champ. Look at shape on the 6 after taking it for 5. Just most. Just say something to me anytime.
If I tell you something,
Good shot.
So, do these cases come with like bags?
What did you say?
The cases come with bags?
Yeah, so you can put it on the travel with it or put it in your suitcase so it won't get ripped.
So, what's the? So the cases protect the sticks,
Oh, yeah.
and then the bag
You
protects
hit him
the
up or
case.
something?
Well, like AJ has a $1,200 leather one,
Yeah.
so if you want to get it scratched accidentally,
So what protects the bag?
you.
Yeah, and easy.
You.
I was kind of nice about it.
Lack of clumsiness.
Like, you didn't tell the slump about shit.
Yeah, I mean.
You're not exactly
Eight balls
tight.
fine.
You're just 6 foot.
8 balls fine.
Yeah.
Tall. About 5 foot tall almost, man.
Yeah. Hey, Brendan, did you see that cop out there?
bug mounds in here.
I told that to him.
I cleaned all, my daughter took this mop and mopped the walls with bleach water.
No, what
And
happened?
then I cleaned all kinds of shit.
The guy-
10 of these traps out.
I've only saw maybe two.
They're everywhere.
Stay
I
out
got
of
another
the
guy for the spots.
Don't talk about us.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I wiped out everything with bleach and
the guy
vinegar.
that
I got
died-
baking soda. I got 9 different things, man. I'm literally like, I got so, I
And
couldn't
the
believe how
guy-
bad they got. I blew up 2 of them in the ceiling and 2 down here.
He
So
was
I covered everything in plastic, you know, for
a while, but they were
I
tenants.
had to come in and rewipe everything down.
Yep.
So.
And the one guy lived upstairs.
I just couldn't take it.
Smart place, sir. Smart place.
We were
Oh,
in
hang
the
up, man.
process of the eviction.
No, don't go. That's some bullshit. Good.
And,
Yeah, I've noticed a
guy
couple
that
today.
worked for us.
Yeah, I went to go sell.
I haven't noticed too many going in.
There's one, a few in there.
Not as many as I thought. I bought 10 more of these ribbons. Put them in the ceiling. Or something, kill them before they ever come in here. You know, like,
It's pretty cold out.
that's the other thing. So I turned the air down.
shit.
last night to
The guy that
66
said
and
stop
it
got
was
killed?
temperature. Like, they like
Oh,
it
damn.
That's gotta
like 70 and
Fuck.
80.
Was he like in a rage or like on
I
meth?
turned it down to like 66.
Drugs or
I
whatever?
got it today. I feel like I got it down to like 60 here. You know, before I got you.
He was trying to fight, he pulled a knife and so.
I tried to get that. That was the other thing I did. I just tried to chill out here. Hopefully, man, it'll fucking take.
That's crazy.
Who's that?
Like I said, man, I did everything I could find on the internet. I just had, I made myself a long list. I went to Walmart, got everything on the
Got
list.
everything?
Played Earl
I
Strickland.
came back here and did it all. and I put my place.
What did they say?
I got these traps ready.
Alex Ollinger. No, that's Alex Ollinger.
Oh, Alex
Tried to freeze them out of here.
Justin.
It's like 6 back.
That's crazy, man. Sorry to have all that beef.
Fuck, he's been doing it long time.
That was just
If I was playing Terrence and asked for more, he'd say,
It's
yeah.
crazy that they both work for you. It's crazy they both work for you. Did they have beef before that?
No, they really didn't even know each other.
I guess it's just whoever walked out front and just said shut up.
At least I broke him terrible. Any chance you trying to figure out how to win? I mean, you did the other night, thankfully. When you played, when you can't sign that. Fuck. Very good shots, though. How good everybody plays this. Yeah. I think a pretty good chunk of money.
You know, Dustin's in college. He got
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah,
Actually, we just come home.
yeah.
You looking for Thursday?
Yeah, and Friday.
Your Friday night?
Yeah, so I can't.
Well, that three is $3.
And the fourth. Kind of made Friday, like go Thursday for the one pocket cup.
Wow. So you work Thursday night,
Uh-huh.
leave Friday afternoon, you know, that's what
No, I gotta work Friday night and get the.
I'm saying, can you go to 2 a.m.?
Oh, well, I can't, we won't be back by 2 a.m. You're fucking stupid. Good game, though. You're good.
No, they really need to stay for the first hour of the night.
Yeah.
We started pretty close to it. I think they did it right first.
They go for the one pocket?
Usually the girls Friday night.
Oh, it is Friday. It is.
7, 8.
I don't care. That's fine, because they spot
Yeah, they
anyway.
spot up anyway.
You know, so. I just put them there for habit, you know.
Yeah.
This stuff. And that's what I should have thought I would do.
Now only $1 for $7.99 each. You can carry out all 5 post options with any 3 toppings.
Start pumping this gas.
Handmade pan crust when you crave something thick and hearty. Or carry out any of our 5 crusts for $7.99 every day. Only at Domino's.
Yeah? It's pretty close on that one.
Yeah. Faster he used to be.
A little bit faster, not that much faster.
Fastest Joseph.
So I have one option, huh?
No, we have no options.
Oh, really?
I think the two just rolled up on the cue ball right there on accident.
Playing safe. That's what it's all about.
Oh, I like the stroke,
Okay, big play.
Joseph.
Eight ball.
Huh?
Eight ball.
8 ball?
Get up to the side for me. Keep rolling.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh.
Lovely.
Let it win, Joe?
Yo, he gave it to 9. He got some. He was straight in, 4 inches away, and drew back to hook and leave a bank. I like it.
Daniel, did you see the meteor last night?
Sure did. I was in Peevely and still saw it. I was wondering what the hell it was. I thought the plant beside ours must have.
That would have
Electric spark.
exploded or something.
Yeah. Push.
I saw one of those when I was a kid. Had a big
It was super cool.
trail
man.
of fire
It was like,
behind it.
and then I really, like I said, thought it's some kind of electrical thing.
What were you doing outside to see it?
I was pulling up at work.
Man, I'm fucking playing great today.
Third shift. That's the way, Daniel.
You'll get it worked out. Just right now you're playing my speed. You'll get it worked
Playing fucking head full of bullshit speed.
out. I can barely see that ball.
I want to know where the fucking thing landed. Why has nobody found the thing yet?
I was wondering that. I figured it just went to outer space. I mean, it obviously looked like
Well, I figured it
near our
dropped on
atmosphere,
its
but I
way
don't
in nicely.
Well, it's got to land.
We don't
Which
have
way
to
was it
land.
traveling?
West to east. Basically, it flew over St. Charles towards the river. The arch? No, St. Charles towards, like, the Missouri River. Most of the videos were from people in, like, O'Fallon, St. Charles,
Yeah.
Charles County.
I saw it briefly on the news. From people's doorbell cameras.
Yeah,
So they showed.
That's how you did it. Watch.
Nada.
You.
I owe somebody something for the stick. I'm pretty
that's how much better Shane is than everybody else at 10 ball? Anybody? Nobody?
He's the best ever. Fuck them all. Anybody else want to try it?
I
No.
mean,
Crickets.
people in this horse shit, or can they hear what I'm saying? No, never mind.
Yeah, to 6 people that don't care.
That's good. I'm just saying, who else is breaking and running 43%? And like, Andy runs out better after Orcolo's break than Orcolo does. Like this whole argument about Shane's just his speed's just the break.
Oh, my fault. No, he just can shoot from anywhere.
Maybe he can't hear all the elements.
Yeah, if you have to watch it, like the weakest part of his game is probably the safeties he plays, because he runs out 4 times more than anybody else, so he plays a quarter of the safeties. I think that's okay. I think I'm getting a shot here. Yep. Okay. Good shot, sir. Blues doing any good this year?
Give myself more and more.
Yeah.
Great shot, Joe.
I just touched the ball.
Surprised you didn't go down to that.
Zero play when he has his head outside. When he has his ear outside.
Oh, for sure.
What turn?
I'm
The
horrible.
Robin one or whatever? That was talking about Sam Devers?
I couldn't make it. I knew about it.
Nice.
You trying to buy home?
Oh man, it's got some cheap.
It depends on if he's trying to communicate with Mars or Venus.
Yeah.
Depends on what channel he's got on.
Is
Always stuff I need.
No, my point is, because Shane, he can't hear.
I didn't know that.
Fuck yeah.
I guess I'll never
That's
listen
the
to
best
stuff like
weapon
that.
ever.
Right.
Yeah.
And so,
Fuck, that's supposed to be like a case of paper towels that cost me like $40 a sandwich or $33 a sandwich, like $7.
Yeah. Get there, five.
oh yeah?
That's the way to play it.
Awesome.
I don't buy too much stuff in there anymore though.
You're not
Good
stocking up and selling yard sale stuff. no more.
shot.
I buy occasional things that like, I make money on, not many.
What, you 7 fall on the break? You get a combo.
And I'm gonna leave you right there.
Perfect. So this was like a month ago, and then read the comment right here. It was a screenshot.
Oh yeah.
Okay, bring people all the way up here.
It was just whatever they played, and then I think Sky beat him 60 games or something.
There's like weights on his
Oh,
wrist.
fuck yeah, and on his back everywhere.
You can't play without ass weights!
But how does he do?
Oh, he's a has-been. He's done now.
I heard he was doing really well in the tournament a few months back.
He did. He had one good tournament this
Or
year.
did he?
I think
Did
he
he
won
beat
one
somebody
match
notable?
11-1 or something.
Did he beat somebody notable recently?
I think so. In that tournament, and then he
Maybe in a
lost.
single tournament, although there's a big
Well, he
thing.
was in that one match.
People are hyping up the, I've just seen that posted all over AZ again, the, $1 million challenge where he ran the 11 racks or whatever. But I didn't, like, he didn't run 11 racks, he broke the 9 in like 4 or 5 times.
I saw, I think it was his first match against Efren.
The race to 120,
No. He didn't show him any respect. And then he did after the match.
he never shows anybody anything.
Thank you.
With a 2-1 game in the third period, deep pairings have changed for St. Louis. Pretty similar play that was called in that period, and a goal scored.
Might as well try it.
Arizona, there's Sandy Blade finishing his check on Volkanovski, and then he gets going.
Thank you for calling, son of a bitch.
Energy there. Go any further and challenge the net.
What's going on, Brendan? All good? Still running?
4 days a week.
We'll try and do another one? Just enjoying running now?
Yeah. I might run, I'll probably do another half marathon. I definitely want to break 2 hours.
Did you just this last time, or were you right after it?
One.
Oh.
But I wasn't trying.
Trying to, yeah. You shouldn't have been. Like, I think you definitely went faster than you should have, you.
I know I can, and so now I want to. I'd like to run sub 9 miles.
Yay!
I also want to break 22 minutes. To see if I can.
Like less than 7-minute miles? You do that?
I did 8 space.
Still, 7's a lot faster than 8.
If I can get myself to be able to do it for 1 mile, which I haven't yet, like my fastest mile so far is 7:25. That was downhill. So
We could just cheat and find the downhill 5K. Dang.
I don't know, but I'm lifting, so I'm actually trying to get a little bigger. I've been mostly just doing 3 or 4 miles at a time. And,
I keep hoping I get out of work.
I ran a 20-pound weight vest though, like last week one day, and that was brutal.
I keep hoping. I keep hoping I get out of. I keep thinking I'll get out of work at like a reasonable time, and I can go to the gym right after work. But it's kind of nice to go in the morning like that, you know.
I've just been working out a whole lot. I'm still really light, you know, like 175 right now.
Hey, you know that guy that was killed over the weekend? The tattoo shop?
Yeah.
It's his parents' uncle.
Yeah.
His uncle.
Yeah, that sucks, man.
Yeah. He was. They
doubt he ever came in here.
We got one homeless guy that comes in here or tries to every once in a week. Usually because he sees Dan and he thinks Dan's homeless and follows
Yeah,
Dan.
Except you were trying to make it. Ball. No.
Why don't you play through a Dominator shaft? I got shapers and stuff from this branded down.
Let's see. I'll try that.
Alright, so you're gonna do like a race of 3 for 20, so someone might win something, or do ahead for 20 or something.
Oh, you got a 30-inch shaft? in
Just
there?
I'm gonna leave it like 20 minutes anyway, so that way.
Yeah, that's fine, that's fine.
You call it whatever you want to do.
Race the floor for,
That'd be great for
20
playing.
or something else.
40.
40, okay, race the floor for 40.
Heads.
Some player, like Shane plays with his all the time,
Heads.
but I don't
Yes,
know.
it is. Good luck. Have fun, sir.
Yep.
You're not doing anything this weekend?
Then I ain't gonna work till sometime Saturday morning. But no, I got no plans for family. Huh?
What time you off this week?
This up like today morning? Probably like 8 a.m. maybe. My,
I don't know if I gotta work tomorrow or not.
Friday should be my shortest day, and I'm hoping we can get out by like 2 or something, but you never know.
Thursday night, you gotta come out before you go to work. It'll be fun here Thursday night.
I'll try. It'll be kind of like a day where I just barely have any time, you know.
Oh, yeah, it's still just fun. I'm gonna play one game.
Do people end up showing up last Thursday after I left? I was here last Thursday.
Yeah, we had fun last Thursday. I remember what we did.
Me and you were playing partners. Yeah, me and you played, and Dan played, and Brett Snowden, and I think breaking even.
I don't remember. It was fun all night.
You and Dan.
I don't remember. It was fun all night though. I remember that one.
Now just imagine if I made it 8 inches or 10 inches like you asked.
Yeah.
That thing would be fucking at the ceiling.
Oh, did it titty the
Just act like the cue ball's like out here.
Yeah, it did, Prince.
Oh, yeah.
No, if we bank that inside.
Yeah, totally. For sure. You don't have to put your gut out so much.
I know.
You can just be more chill.
I can just bend over.
Absolutely.
Don't encourage him to keep that thing.
You good?
It brings me happiness.
Well, you do what you want to do.
That's a tough roll, dude.
You know, I talk about addicts, right?
About
I am
what?
not.
Addicts.
Yeah.
Not a fan of it. But I am addicted to food, and it probably has the same effect on me up here. You know?
Yeah.
You just can't stop. No matter how hard I try.
Yeah, I get the munchies a lot too.
Yeah, well, I think yours are for other reasons. So, all you guys that are smoking through your vape pipe, you guys,
All still alive.
all still alive?
No brain damage yet.
Well,
No lasting effects.
he's
from
taking some damage.
their lung issues.
We think Mike lost a step.
Mike,
See?
I told y'all fuckers to stop doing that shit way before everybody else did.
think so. I may never take it off, huh? Might get some earmuffs too.
Arm weights.
Yeah.
Wear a golden thong when you play pool.
As long as it's sticking out the back so everybody can see it.
Gotta wear it like a whale tail.
So, losing weight. I grew up, and my mom used to have this machine.
Band?
Yeah, they had like a belt on it, and she would sit there for like. And I remember I was like watching like Speed Racer on TV, right? And she would sit there like in her underwear and her bra, right? And this thing would jiggle her whole body.
You watched it?
And she never lost weight.
Of course not.
He's telling some weird shit. I don't think I shared one.
It's funny shit.
That's hilarious. I can't remember when I heard about those things. I can't remember if it was like on a TV sitcom or like making fun of them somewhere.
You know how hilarious people make fun of the shake weight, right? Except that people used to do that.
And plug it into the wall.
Dude, and my sister, now this is like when I was in high school, she's 2 years older. She had like this tanning equipment. It was on a pole, and it was about this big. And she used to lay there, and they had like these foil wings on it, okay? And she would sit there, like lay in her bed in this tanning light that we had right here, and she would just sit there. I mean,
I bet she has skin cancer now.
But it only tanned her face, nothing else. There was a
My
little
sister
light.
laid on her roof with lemon juice in her hair.
Yeah, my sister too, with lemon juice and like Vaseline or some shit on her body, or Crisco oil or some shit. I don't know. Yeah.
No more fucking Alabama stories. I told you about that shit. People
I
just
wasn't
don't
talk-
understand the shit with you and your
Look, I
sister.
wasn't talking about my mom and her jiggly bits or nothing, okay?
I know the shit with you and your sister. I told you. Every other story is my sister. I had my arm around her.
No.
She have another one on you? Get him, Joe.
It's the only way you can win.
Get him, Joe.
Oh, I can win.
As long as you win, though.
Why don't you take that money?
I was trying to make it here, but
I've seen a guy lose yet every time I've been here.
Joe? Never seen him play Ryan.
Yeah, I think I watched him play. Was he Ryan playing him, I think? I don't know if Ryan was
Ryan's
playing.
got him a few times.
I watched him last night.
That's tough though. He beats everybody else.
2 nights ago, I watched him play the two brothers, wherever they are.
Oh, Ricky and Nick, yeah.
And he was beating pretty good the first time.
Yeah. Ricky woke up a little bit.
Dude, look,
But neither guy.
You're
This
shooting
big table's
like me.
tough, man, because when neither guy is running out, like it's really the game doesn't even start till like the 5 or 6. Even for these good players, you know, it's tough, man. That table's playing tight. Like you just can't run 7 or 8 balls in it very easily unless you're a hell of a player.
what about Jody?
He plays good.
How's
man.
it between these two lately?
How's what?
How's it been between those guys?
Jody hasn't played much at all. He plays just like Joe.
Alright, one last one. This is Joe Hill. My dog's out in the car.
Oh, okay.
He's very mad. I bought a van for vacation.
Yeah, it's not gonna
I think we call it a vacation.
What kind of van?
I don't think.
It's that Toyota out there.
Just a minivan?
Yeah.
You bought a minivan?
Yeah, I bought it
When you got toys like he's got, you don't have to worry about.
Bought it like a year ago, and it's got like 2,500 miles on it. And so I'm driving that because
Are you a single mom?
no, dude, I'm gonna tell you what. If you drive 1,200 miles on vacation, that's what you want.
What? I rented one to take on vacation a few years ago, but I don't understand though. Like, why didn't you get like a I don't know, like a big SUV or something?
I have that. It's not big
Like
enough.
a little SUV.
Yeah, but I mean it seats 5. Like
Why don't you just get like a big SUV, like a Suburban? Or, you know,
that's what that is.
That's a minivan. It's not anything like a fucking SUV.
Well, I mean, it's bigger than an SUV.
No, it's not bigger.
My kids can lay in the seat
That might be
and
true.
sleep.
I like some things about minivans, but
Yeah, but, so, I probably put 100 miles on it. And my family members had put the other mileage on it. Okay, can I borrow it to go here? Can I borrow it to go to Columbia?
yeah.
Okay.
You probably put how many miles on it?
About 150 miles. It sits in my driveway.
On your vacation, you went up.
No, I haven't used it.
I haven't drove it yet.
I haven't driven it on vacation.
Oh, you just got it.
I'm glad I know you got
A
it.
year ago.
Yeah.
You didn't hear that part.
No.
I
A
think
year
we're gonna
ago,
go
it
on
said
vacation next
2,500
year, and we were
miles.
gonna rent a minivan.
Yeah, I'll tell you, I went, so I think I bought it in March. So, because,
Yeah, you know you can rent it cheaper for sure.
well, I mean, I rented that, that's why I bought it, I rented that, but it cost me like $1,400 bucks. And I go to Florida 2 to 3 times a year. And I don't fly.
Walter North Reality Flowers look just like the photos on the website. WKS. Start your Black Friday shopping with some big savings. Monday Black Friday sales.
I think I just need to hit the cue ball in the middle.
That always helps.
Middle.
That's fine. I can get my ass in the fucking line.
Start your savings by starting a new Hyundai today.
My Mustang. That's been the shot. I'm having all so that I can actually drive it. And right now, it runs like shit.
You need a driver for you for a while?
Well, I mean, it's getting perfect. I want to make it to where I could.
Yeah, other than I thought.
I mean, I'm still gonna shoot. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna
Stop it.
Can't force him through stage right there. He's gotta make the sure play to save play. Let's look for this guy.
I had to miss it to not hit the ball.
That would be the captain.
You force me with ball in hand, I will shoot. Keep going right there.
Oh, that's no good.
Middle. Middle. Middle.
Great shot, Joe. You deserve it. Well,
Keep your damn head down.
again, good time. Someone's got 10.
Yeah, I think I do. Did you run them down? Yeah, run them.
Or 20, I got it.
There you go.
Distribution on my table.
Oh, yeah.
I just got you an hour for my 30 minutes of play. Shit.
There's another thousand. Joe, you're on a winning streak.
Joe, I don't know when it's
Mike's using it.
Yeah, I think he's creeping on my Facebook or something.
Mike hacked your Facebook.
Yeah, I figured he did.
Joe knows nothing but
play
I see
the,
that, thank you.
we'll lose $20.
Put that back up, sir.
Hey,
Yeah, for sure.
I can't come in here without losing 20.
Your stuff total is 400.
There's almost no way that that machine can fucking take any more money without paying out a 4 of a kind. It's been dying to.
What a game.
You passed the wrong team. I wasn't looking at when you passed.
All you're here, Joe, wins again. Thank you.
Spin it down the ice, that goes wide, and an icy call.
Great action here of this hockey game. John, why wouldn't we have another close
That one has never paid me once. I've never won one time on the quarter one, ever.
I have, I got it all. If I would've known there was.
There was two empty but good D-to-D coverage there. And Petrangelo looking on the power play. Flash slot, B direction.
I'll bring money.
All right, guys. That might be it for the night. Hope you had a little bit of fun with us. We had a little bit of fun with you. Joe's putting his sticks up. Everybody's got to work tomorrow. Sounds like an early night, so we're going to watch the end of the hockey game maybe and then get out of here. So thank you all so much for watching. Hope you all have a great night. We'll try to get some more. I think Joe and Terry might be back again tomorrow night. So if you're looking for a little bit of fun, I will. And we'll see you tomorrow night.